Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Chatter Squadron, your weekly dose of Star Wars fun and positivity. My name is Tyler Bucks.
And my name is Logan, no Nekonsaker.
Oh, but it's back. How'd that even happen?
And now it's gone.
We're talking about a lot of cool things today. And Logan, tell the listeners or viewers what we're going to be doing.
The viewers, the listeners, we are talking about Star Wars Bounty Hunter, the game that came out in 2002.
Not The Mandalorian?
Not The Mandalorian, as
okay.
I know you might have guessed and wanted. Because, it may have come out today, December 5th, 2002. Who knows? Or it may have come out November 19th. The world may never know.
The world may never know because the internet definitely doesn't.
Right. And if the internet doesn't know, the world doesn't know.
No, we don't know anything anymore. The internet just tells us what to think.
Not true. As usual, we have our Mando recap full of spoilers.
We're coming for you, spoilers.
We're always coming for those spoilers, so if you haven't seen the latest episode, you might want to mute your screen for just a bit.
And mute that screen. Don't look at or listen to your screen.
Just close your eyes and mute the screen, and you have to guess when we're done talking about it. We do have a winner for last month's art giveaway. It is Kevin Toft.
Kevin Toft. You got to win this piece of art right here. Congratulations. We will be getting that info and sending it to you as soon as possible. But we have a new piece of art right back there right now.
Yes, we do, baby. And you can win it by commenting on this video or any of the videos that we release this month. That includes the live shows. That includes any of the sketches that we release.
Yeah. So that's on Facebook, YouTube, and also Instagram. So if you find our videos on there, comment on them, you're entered to win. Try and say something nice, maybe tag a friend. That helps spread the show and also spread that positivity that we try and cultivate.
I'm a little sad that I won't get to say Chris Christodoulou anymore.
No.
Such a fun name. But this art back here is by Victor Garundo.
And we got
also a fun name to say.
We got the certificate of authenticity from Acme Archives Direct. If you liked last month's art or this month's art and you just want to pick it up ASAP, well, just go to Acme Archives Direct. You can find it. You can get Lucasfilm licensed art, your own certificate of authenticity. And cheers to yourself.
Cheers to that.
You made a good decision. And like Logan said, I think in the last week's episode, get the art, send it to a Star Wars fan for Christmas if you can't see them, or a family member that you can't see.
Yeah.
And it's a great little, they'll get that tube of Star Wars goodness.
Right, the tube. No, it's perfect. Holidays are coming up, so why not get some art for gifts?
Yes. And like you said before, we're talking about the Bounty Hunter video game. Tell us a little bit more about what we're going to be doing after we talk about the video game. Oh, the evil fingers.
Evil fingers.
I can't escape evil fingers.
We are playing a game that I designed specifically for Tyler to lose. Hopefully.
And if people don't know this, and Logan, because the Chatter Squadron's been around for 3 years now, I have like a massive, I'm like the Undertaker at WrestleMania. I have a major winning streak.
16-0.
Yeah, I have lost very, very rarely. So now that Logan's on the show, he's known me his whole life. Is this your new life goal, is to make me lose on my own show?
Yeah, it is. I want to make you lose. And I thought, because you haven't played Bounty Hunter. I've played the game when I was younger.
No.
So I thought, why not a better idea to make you lose by designing a game based around a game that you haven't played?
So already I have the DAC stacked against me. But not only that, Logan did some evilness to some brownies. Would you like to show off these brownies?
Oh, yes. So the game is called, it's based around, because during the Bounty Hunter game, you go through and you're capturing bounties, and there's also secondary bounties that you just kind of have to scan random people, and you may or may not, they might pop up as a bounty. So a lot of people miss scanning. And so this is called, the game is Fett's Clever Bounties, or Red Pepper Brownies. And I'll try to show these off as best as I can.
Yeah, so those are red pepper flakes. I have had a little bit of it before the show started. Man, it tastes very good. However, the burn is real, and I only had a little bit of it, and we're going to be taking solid bites that if I get a question wrong, I have to eat a piece of one of those brownies. If I get it right, oh gosh, Logan has to eat a bite of one of the brownies. And this bowl thing of brownies is the first batch that I can smell the pepper from here.
I can't. I tried these. This was the first batch. I made way too spicy and way too gross, and I tried to taste test them, and I actually was making myself sick. Yeah, exactly. They're too much.
Yeah,
I need to get them away.
Put them over there. Can you cover them? Cover them. Logan said that when he tried to eat one of them, he couldn't even swallow it. So I'm happy. Thank you for at least redoing the brownies so we can maybe survive this game we're doing. But that'll be at the end of the episode. And after that, for our post show, we'll be dealing with the spice, and Logan can tell the full story about making the brownies.
Oh yeah.
But let's get into the episode of The Mandalorian we're going to be talking about today, because another very good episode of the show. I was telling Logan that this was one of the first episodes of, I would say, this season where it ended, and I was like, I didn't want it to end right there. I want to know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, you immediately wanted more because it furthered the storyline so much, I think. In what was it? Like 32 minutes or 28 minutes. It was a short one. I think the shortest episode so far.
I don't know if it'd be 20. I'm just speaking blindly. I don't know if it'd be 28 minutes. Because then it would be like a Star Wars fan film, which we could do in a second.
I know it was short, but regardless, it one of the shortest episodes, if not the shortest episode. But I do think it furthered the storyline. I would say like almost the most out of any one of these episodes.
And it also finally gave people their favorite character back, Boba Fett. Also not a big fan of Boba Fett over here, but hey, he finally did something in this episode.
Yeah, he did.
He finally did do things.
They answered your calls. I said Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau heard Tyler saying that Boba Fett never did anything and never does anything. So this was their episode to you. This was their gift to you.
Thank
you. For you. No one else.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that in the credits, like dedicated to Tyler.
That?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch it. I only watched 28 minutes of it, and then I stopped there. I was like, this has to be the end.
Yeah.
But okay, so we have the newest episode. Mando tests Grogu on the ship and gets frustrated for some reason. Maybe because he knows the kid has to leave, question mark. I don't know if anyone else watching or listening to this had the same kind of thought, in the sense of, why did he get so mad when Grogu took the thing? He was like, ah!
Yeah. I and we both had the same question, is like, because he even says like, no, I'm not mad at you. Yeah. And it's not an excitement thing. He's not like, oh yeah, it's like so I think the only thing we came up with was like, maybe, he's sad that he knows, because he can do this task, he now has to part with him or something.
I guess so.
That would be my guess.
Either way, it was a lot of exposition, but at the same time, this episode wasn't a lot of exposition. It was a lot of action. So they needed to set the groundwork at the very start. They go to Tython, which was really cool to see once again in live action. And that's something that I think a lot of fans won't know, that the ties that Tython has with the greater EU. Yeah. And I think they did it justice in this way. I'm concerned that some fans will say, really, that's all it was. It was just a hill with some rocks.
Right.
But I think they did it justice in the sense of, these are like ruins of this place. This happened thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago.
Right. And this is what's left.
This is what's left of it. So I think when it comes to people's expectations of like, oh, it'll have a whole temple and it'll have, like, I don't know if that would all still be standing.
Right. And most certainly, I don't think it would. It makes sense that it's just kind of like a bit of ruins and a rock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It makes sense to me.
It makes sense to me in my little brain.
It would make less sense if everything was still perfectly standing.
Yeah. So they are now on Tython, and Grogu sits on the Seeing Stone, and then Slave One just flies in. Bubba was wasting no time. He was like...
Right. He was right on their tail.
I guess so. I mean, he did waste a little bit of time, because we saw him in the first episode of the season. Right, yeah. And now we're finally seeing him in this episode.
Come to think of it, he wasted a lot of time.
A lot of time. Definitely could have got him in a good spot in the ice planet.
Right. when his ship's destroyed and there's
Right.
a giant spider.
Exactly.
He's like, no, hold off until his ship is perfectly repaired. No,
Yeah.
that was such a cool shot though. The first time you see Slave One coming in.
I mean, I talked about before. I think the in my opinion, the coolest thing about Boba Fett is his ship.
Right.
But it's a cool ship. I love the design of it. It's one of those things like as a kid with being around non-Star Wars fans and them picking up the ship and flying it this way.
Straight
Do you
on.
get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've seen that happen before and you got it like, no, it tilts up and it flies this way.
I actually had, growing up, I had the Slave One, the ship, and it actually had a handle on the back of it, like a little plastic handle, so you can like fly it around the right way.
The right way.
The correct way. I mean, if it has a handle on the back and you're choosing to do that, like you're not doing it
My
right.
wrist.
Yeah, right.
Childhood arthritis already.
So early.
Speaking of the child, he goes into a trance and Mando tries to break it and is shot backwards.
You're like,
not the first time we see him do that.
Like too many times.
Too many times. Logan and I are so similar with our thought processes because when we were watching it together, he was like, he can't keep doing that.
Right. You have to learn because like by the third time he started, because he did it the first time, boom, shot back. The second time, I think he did it a little slower.
Yeah.
The third time when he started to go slow, I was like, stop.
It's not going to work.
Working. It's not working.
It doesn't matter how maybe if I sneak up on the force, it won't notice me.
He's like, last time I went in a little hot. Let me try to ground myself.
Boba Fett then they have this confrontation and he just wants his armor back.
Right.
Which Mando is in such a spot where when he said he wanted the armor, he's like, my armor?
Right.
Because everybody wants his armor.
Always.
Everybody wants the armor. And
he's just used to it by now. Like, my armor. All right, here we go again.
Here we go.
Like, no.
And then they have a standoff where Boba asks him, instead of putting down his gun, he puts down his jetpack.
I know. Which
is another one of those things where like, okay, that's interesting.
I don't know. I realize that for the rest of the episode, it works better if he doesn't have his jetpack and he can't just fly up to the top of the seeing stone.
Mm-hmm.
I realize that, but like we said, maybe if there was just another line in there, like put down your jetpack for, I don't know, It just seemed like there was no reason.
Yeah. But we do get to see the person they had the bounty of in the first season, that female, basically mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm saying this, male person is here. The male person's
The mailman's here.
Oh, what did you get for us? Oh, here, male person. Take this to Kevin Toft. Thank you. Thank you, male person. Sure, can do, Tyler. I love the show. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right. See ya.
Thanks.
But yeah, the fun then begins once the jetpack gets dropped because now the Empire's here.
Right.
And they because I mentioned this to you and I kind of mentioned it before, where it sort of felt like a fan film.
Yeah.
Because there was a bunch of stormtroopers just kind of because I believe this was shot in Texas. So it felt a lot like one of those fan films that you would watch where it's
one
just location and just them with like some grass and some cool rocks they found.
Right.
But at the same time, you do see the production value. It's not it's not a fan film, but
this is the most expensive fan film ever made.
I know they got Tamora Morrison to be Boba Fett. Man, that must have been
they have connections.
Apparently. What did you think about the Empire's kind of inability to do anything in this episode other than when Moff Gideon shows up?
Right. Well, we know the stormtroopers are, can't hit anything. That's known. And it took like how many of them to not even take down the female. It's not I guess she would be a bounty hunter.
Look up her name. So, because I'm awful with names. We're both awful with names. But yeah, there is this kind of trend going through this second season of The Mandalorian where the Empire is just incapable of doing anything really well. Like even the speeder troopers who were really cool in a couple episodes ago, they immediately like crash into each other right off the bat. What's her name?
It looks like, here we go, Ming Na Wen.
I think that's the name of the performer.
Oh, you're saying
the character,
Fennec
Shand. Yeah, I didn't know. No. Sorry, I should have said the character. So Fennec. I was excited to see her back again because her armor and costume and helmet and everything is the coolest.
Super cool.
She's my favorite just by looks alone, to be completely honest. I love the kind of like orangish red. And thank you everybody in chat for telling us.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I a big fan of seeing her back again, but at the same time,
the dead.
When you face off against Imperials who are basically incapable of even moving away from a rock flying at you,
they'll make you look really good.
It's kind of like, okay.
Right.
I mean, there was a lot of them, but it's still.
And like you said, with the rock going at the dude on the turret.
Yeah.
I guess I appreciate his dedication to try to sit there and like blast this rock apart, but like at what cost? Just jump out of the way.
There's no one behind him.
He could have dodged it.
He could have easily dodged it. It's like that guy in Austin Powers with the big steamroller coming after him.
Right.
And it's going super slow. And then they do that wide shot where he's like way over here and the steamroller's coming this slowly and he's still going, like that's what it felt like. Like he's watching this thing. I just look behind you, be like, oh, nothing's behind me. I'm getting the heck out of here.
Right.
Maybe that commander who was super bossy was behind him. I would have let that thing go.
Like you man that turret.
That commander was so like, no, push up the mountain. The guy's like, we're all getting shot. No, do it anyway. He calls him an idiot, and then he immediately dies. Right. Maybe we didn't hear that commander say to the turret guy, like, no, stay on that turret and shoot the rock.
Well, that's why they can't get anything done, is because that's their commander.
Well, he's dead now. Boba Fett killed him very, very hardcore.
Yeah, Boba Fett went off
with his staff. Pow, 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 pow.
That was amazing. I loved it. He did something. So ha ha ha.
Yeah, he did something finally. But he chose to do it again in the Mandalorian way of hand-to-hand combat or physical like fighting as opposed to just shooting people.
Right.
He does that once he gets his armor back though.
He just wants to prove himself. Yeah, when he got his armor back, that was amazing. Seriously.
He just wants to prove himself.
with the hand-to-hand combat.
To me.
Yeah, just to you.
This is for Tyler Bucks.
I don't need a gun.
I don't need a gun. This is, he points at the camera. It's for you, Tyler.
Hand-to-hand combat.
I'm still like,
yeah, man.
I need to do a little.
I need to see a little more.
The thing is, if any of those stormtroopers were blind, they may have been able to knock them into a pit. That's all I'll say.
Oh, okay. That you said that when we were watching it. It actually took me a minute to catch that. And when I say a minute, I mean until now.
Yeah, that was 3 days ago. No, this didn't even come out then.
We watched it before it came out.
Yeah, they worked so hard to get rid of the first wave, and then the second wave comes back. But Mando finally wakes up from his nap and joins the fight. And he does the birds. He shoots all of the stormtroopers. He blocks a bunch of lasers.
He's like a human shield.
Right. And then Boba Fett comes back with his armor. Finally, people can go, ooh, Boba Fett. And he does a lot of cool stuff. I will say that. He's made up for a lot of the lame stuff he did before this. But it's going to take a couple more episodes of him doing that kind of thing for me to be like, okay, Boba Fett is a BA.
Right. Well, I was waiting for, and I know I told you this, I was waiting for when he's kind of going up after Grogu. I was just waiting for the second laser
just to blow up Slave One.
Yeah, I would have been like, I know. Yeah, you would have loved it.
Okay, so, but before that, we get to see the Death Troopers. Or no, Dark Troopers. Thank you very much. Which finally Jon Favreau is able to get the Iron Man into the Star Wars universe because they had pure Iron Man energy with those foot rockets and everything.
Oh, yeah, flying in. They got the job done, though.
Yeah.
Also, they had a pretty easy job because no one was up there to defend.
They got the job done of picking up that unconscious baby.
Right. They can pick up babies.
Man, how are we going to stop these baby picker? What if that's all they're able to do? They can fly places and pick it up.
They have no weapons at all.
No weapons.
They're just nurse droids.
I'm happy that they sent 4 of them just in case they all needed to like grab a leg of an arm of Grogu.
Well, they're so new; they're not even sure of what they can do yet. You know, can they pick up a whole baby? Let's send 4.
Send 4. Have 4 more in the ranks. Let's see.
They're just ready. No, you're good. We got them. Stand up.
No, we got them. I do like that Boba Fett once he does like lock on to the flying away, and he locked onto that other ship, which I appreciated that little joke when they crashed into each other. But when he locks onto the Dark Troopers, he's like, I got him.
Yeah.
And then just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, right. In his mind, the child is safe.
The child. We saved the child. No, they had the child.
You destroyed him.
Oh, sorry. It's just like when Kip in Napoleon Dynamite, when he backs up and explodes the Tupperware.
Yeah, he's trying to do
Boba Fett just peels off and flies away, leaves them on the planet.
He's like,
he goes, dang it. Flies away. Hits light speed.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Like, and I would have been there being like, classic Boba Fett.
Classic Boba.
Messing things up. Or maybe Baby Yoda just needed to make that impenetrable force shield again.
Right.
Nothing can bounce off of it.
The light beam that every director in the last 12 years loves to put into their movies and shows. Just like, you know what? Yeah, beam of light shoots up into the sky.
Big beam of light shoots up into the sky. Either the good guy or the bad guy does it.
Everyone's got a beam of light.
I mean, I think I remember with Suicide Squad, which I hated. Anyway, with Suicide Squad, there was a giant beam of light from like the main source of the bad guy, and it was like, we gotta get to the beam of light. Like it was so blatant with the beam of light trope.
It's like a video game, you know? It's like, there's your destination. Go get it.
Your destination is
the beam of light.
A new quest at the beam of light. But yeah, like you were saying, the Razor Crest got exploded. Oh,
yes. The Razor Crest is going to be immediately repaired next episode. Wouldn't that be?
It's not a Mandalorian episode unless they try and fix the Razor Crest.
That's what he was doing with all the spare parts when he was going through and picking them out of the dirt. Like next episode, he's just going to start welding. We're going to have a Razor Crest. That's my prediction. Before he goes and saves the child, he has to go back to the wreckage. Get all of the parts,
right?
Carry them over his shoulders, and then put the Razor Crest back together.
Come to a bar
in record time. No, the Razor Crest is gone. I think it's gone. I think it should be gone.
Huzzah!
I like the Razor Crest.
I liked it too, but maybe he gets a new ship that he doesn't have to repair every single episode.
Yeah, but I mean, any ship that takes that much damage is going to need to be repaired.
Well, apparently it doesn't take enough damage,
right? And when it does, it's gone.
At a certain point, too much damage will be its folly.
Right.
Slave One did survive that though, which was good. Survived the giant explosion.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they didn't say, let's shoot that other ship. They were just like, you know what, that one, and we're good. Hey, turn off the giant laser. We got one ship. That's all we need.
Oh, there's this other one coming up. Nah, because that's why I thought.
Me too.
I was like, okay, they blasted the one, which tells me they've got vision of all that. You know, so it's like if there's another ship coming up at you, like just blast it.
Yeah, just shoot a dark trooper at it.
Yeah, just right through it. They're not even. They don't have weapons. They're the ammunition.
It's like the Holdo maneuver. He jumps into hyperspace and splits Slave One in half.
Oh, that would be sad. I was waiting for that because I was like, I don't know. You know, are they going to dash our hopes?
I also like that Boba Fett talked about tripping on drugs.
Yeah.
This isn't a spice trip.
I love it. A spice dream.
A spice dream. Oh. As he hits a death stick under his helmet.
It's like, are you going to still shoot at that baby? You know, he's like, seeing double.
I'm seeing double.
There's 2 Grogu's. Like, go for the one in the middle. No, don't go for any of them. Just
I'm seeing Grogu's all around me. Okay, hey, Mando, I got him.
There's a Grogu in the ship.
Don't look now. There's a Grogu right behind you.
Right.
I'm gonna get it. Okay, but I like what you said. Read what you said in the notes here.
Oh, Grogu is taken. Moff Gideon taunts a baby. And then he says, stun this baby.
Which is hilarious because I understand the motif of the villain getting the captured person and being like, I have you now.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you that I don't mess around. I have this dark saber. You know, if you mess up this, but when you brought that up, it's like, it really is just a baby. Like if you have a knife and there's just a baby, it's like, hey baby, you see how I have this knife? See I know you don't really understand what knives are.
He's reaching for it.
Oh, you want to reach for it? No, you can't. Or will I?
I know.
You? It's like, it is just a little baby.
I was like, he's taunting a baby. You know what I mean? Like, cool.
Step up, baby.
Right.
Sleepy little baby.
Oh, you're so tired because you're going to fall asleep. Stun him. Stun him.
Stun him.
It's like he's falling asleep.
That's something I wanted to mention to people. If like something that I saw often was people being confused in like Clone Wars stuff when they would see the stun being used. Like especially it was used a lot in a couple episodes. And people being like, man, they're really using the stun a lot, or like why, how does the stun even work, or what are they even doing with this, et cetera, et cetera. But like one of the first things we see in all of Star Wars is a stormtrooper stunning Princess Leia.
Yeah.
So basically the stun is, some guns have a stun version or a stun level to the gun, and it shoots this like blue halo that hits somebody, and it's basically, I think it's like a shock wave. It's almost like being tasered in a way that basically knocks you out.
Right.
And you fall down.
You fall down and go sleep.
You fall down and go nappy nap like Grogu.
Yeah.
However, I'm wondering what the level of intensity you can give a stun, because I mean, Princess Leia is, probably like 5'5",
right, full adult,
about 100 pounds or something like that. Full adult. Grogu is probably about, I don't know, 7 inches tall.
Yeah,
he's like probably about tall. Like 4 pounds or something. You know what I mean?
I love these estimates. 7 inches, 4 pounds, and Princess Leia at 100 pounds.
She's got some muscle.
Right. I know. I think she'd be over 100 pounds.
Really? Oh,
she's an adult woman.
Okay. Princess Leia.
I don't think 100 pounds. 100 pounds is like thin.
Okay. Anyway, but either way, the point of it is, I feel like the stun isn't just universal. Like, oh, it knows whatever it hits. It just it knocks it out to this level.
One stun.
You know what I mean? Like you shoot a tranquilizer into a rhino or something that knocks it out. You can't do that to a house cat.
Yeah, exactly. Use the same tranquilizer on a cat.
Like when Toph, my cat, is like having the zoomies. It's like, boom.
Yeah.
The tranquilizer just knows, oh, this is a smaller animal.
We're just gonna release a little
bit
dose
of the tranquilizer,
a little dose of the trank.
But that's what I mean. They put little handcuffs on them.
I know. I understand. Like, I understand being like a big warlord villain, but like it's a baby.
It is, yeah. Either way, but once that episode was finishing up, it was a lot of, I need to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because he's already back with Cara Dune, and Grief Karga is there too, which, by the way, Mando, lead with that they have the baby.
Yeah, he buries the lead on
buries the lead all the time, and he's like, hey, I need you to find this criminal I know. Yeah, hey, good job for making this rank. Oh, yeah, by the way, the asset that I risk everything ever for is gone. And then Kara's like, oh, why didn't you say that to start off with? Like,
right.
What?
He holds out on that. Like, maybe if he wants to see their loyalty, like maybe they'll just help me to help me. He's like, no, I gotta use the child.
I gotta save baby.
They took the baby. All right, I'm in.
Yeah, but that's what works. So
right.
Just say that.
Like, I'd be busting through that door. They took the baby. First words out of my mouth. They took
right.
the child.
Grogu. They're like, who?
Yeah, who?
His name. I met a Tagrutin who, never mind, it's a long story.
It's too much. Just they took the baby.
They took the baby.
That little green baby you love. You love so much.
But yeah, so it looks like he's assembling his team.
Yeah.
This crack team, and we're gonna see Bill Burr again, which I'm a big fan of Bill Burr.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that they have, like, someone else has a ship too, because I'd like to see like a Millennium Falcon sized ship housing all of these people going to fight the Empire. That would be rad, like super rad, because like a common area and bunks and all that. Like if the next
interaction,
if the next like 2 episodes is like this story arc of them becoming this makeshift team and then going to fight the Empire,
It could be very cool.
I think that could be very cool. But either way, this episode was awesome. I had a great time with this episode.
Yeah, it was sweet.
And I always joke about Boba Fett. It was very cool, all the stuff he was doing, his new kind of design in a way where it's almost like samurai-esque. He's got the armor is a little bit more bulky on him because he's a little bit more bulky.
Right.
But still, he looked more like a samurai right now.
Yeah.
And I mentioned before, like even with Avatar, his voice and how gruff it is and almost looking kind of like a samurai. He's starting to give me some Uncle Iroh vibes.
Right.
Mandalorian. You must look inward, Mandalorian.
He just starts giving all this wise advice.
But first, I'm going to drink some tea. Like my helmet.
He would have to drink it under his helmet. No, he could take his helmet off.
We saw the Mandalorian tilt his helmet up a little bit and drink.
Yeah, he was drinking through it.
Yeah. And in a second here, we're going to talk about Boba Fett's dad, Django Fett, because of the Bounty Hunter video game. But let's look at the Get Vocal chat really quick. We did have Jonathan and Rick all saying Fennec when we were asking for that.
Thank you.
Rick said that we were #fake fans. This is all we're characters. My name's not even Tyler Bucks.
It's not.
No.
My name is Logan No Neck Honsaker. So I want to get that. I want to clear the record there.
No Neck is your actual middle name. It's
Yeah.
a family name.
Passed out.
Jonathan said, I liked how the stormtroopers actually put up a fight and didn't just fall over when they got tapped on the shoulder. That's a good point too.
Yeah.
Some of them were getting back up after getting like even shot or just smacked with, as Rick said, a Bantha's toothbrush. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one part, it does look like a bit of a cleaning, a dental cleaning tool.
Trevor says Mando will steal Slave 1.
Oh.
Yeah. Taryn said it depends on what planet she's on. I'm guessing that's Leia and with different gravity.
Right. Yeah.
Which, once again, like I said, never bring gravity into Star Wars.
No.
Don't talk about gravity. It ruins everything.
Everyone's aging different.
Right, exactly. Jennifer and Rick were both talking about how Grogu has powers. He's super powerful.
Yeah, he is, for sure.
That's more so of a joke.
Yes.
I totally understand that you got to keep this baby in line. But
yeah.
On the surface level, it's pretty funny that they're doing all this to intimidate a baby, lock up a baby, shoot a baby with a stun.
Right. No, but he is powerful, and you would have to totally subdue him for sure.
All right, so
those powers.
We're talking about the Bounty Hunter video game today because, like Logan said, it may have came out a year or what would it be?
18 years ago.
18 years ago today? ? Because StarWars.com, I believe, has it as it came out today. But then other sources say it came out sometime in November.
November 19th.
November 19th. So happy 18th anniversary to the Bounty Hunter video game, because either way, it's turning 18 within the month.
Well, and as you'll see once we start talking a bit about the game, there actually was not weird, but like ironic correlations between when I was going back and revisiting this game.
You can say, you got this, man.
Revisiting the game.
There you go.
And the Mandalorian episode from yesterday. Like, one of the things I know we'll talk about is with the ship. That cutscene was like almost the same, to the point where when I was going back and getting ready for this episode, I was like, wait, am I remembering this from the Mandalorian game, or was that or the Bounty Hunter game, or was that the Mandalorian yesterday?
Yeah.
And the answer was both.
And it was really cool to do research on this video game and know we're going to be talking about Boba Fett and Django Fett, because this is what the game's about, Django Fett. But Boba Fett and him talking about Django and him talking about the armor and this like lineage of the armor and everything. It was cool to see, we're about to talk about his dad. Right. But tell people about this game.
Star Wars Bounty Hunter 2002 video game. It was released 6 months after the Star Wars Attack of the Clones. LucasArts Star Wars Bounty Hunters is the Ultimate Legends era Episode 2 prequel, with Tamora Morrison and Leanna Walsman reprising their roles as Django Fett and Zam Wessel from the film. The game also co-stars Clancy Brown, Savage Press, as the ruthless Mandalorian Montross, and Corey Burton, Star Wars The Clone Wars, as Count Dooku.
As Count Dooku.
Yes.
Savage Press, it's me, Count Dooku.
It was originally launched exclusively for the PlayStation 2 and Nintendo. I played it on the GameCube.
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
You were a PlayStation person.
I was, but we had a GameCube as well.
Oh.
I also had Sega Dreamcast.
I still have my Dreamcast in the closet.
Yeah.
Let's bust that out.
All right. And play, well, if we had a GameCube, we could play this on it.
Yeah.
It was given the royal treatment in November 2015 when it was included as part of a special Star Wars Battlefront bundle for PlayStation 4.
Yeah. So you can play it in modern consoles now. So that's cool. Yeah. The thing that I remember most about this game is, number one, not being able to play it because I was an Xbox guy, still am.
Right.
But also the commercial. And I'm wondering if people in the chat will remember this commercial. You got Boba Fett. I have Boba Fett on the mind. Let me scrub that. We have this lake, right? And you got a bunch of like grass and everything poking up through it. And then one like straw coming out, and you hear breathing coming through it. And then you see this hand come over and grab the straw and like block the breathing. And this alien pops out and Django grabs him. And it's this like live action thing they did for the commercial.
Super cool.
Yeah, as him getting this bounty. And that's what stuck in my head about this game more than anything else, because it was just cool bounty hunter type things.
Right.
And we're so spoiled now. Like that, I showed you that commercial. It was like 30 seconds.
Right.
And we get that all the time with the Mandalorian.
Right.
Like we talk about like him being silly or whatever because we're just trying to be lighthearted. But like even the very first thing that the Mandalorian did of zip lining somebody's feet, pulling them through a door and cutting them in half. Like we're so spoiled right now because like that was back then you were like picking up scraps, you know, ooh, a little bit of Django. He's so cool.
Yeah, like 10 seconds you
10
got.
Seconds. Oh, yes.
And you just hang on it.
Oh, man. And it still sticks with me 18 years later right now.
I love the ending of that commercial too.
Yeah, they had another thing with like kind of a video game render of Django in a green screen trying to act against like a tennis ball, basically, and somebody doing a bad George Lucas impression trying to give direction to him. The person who was doing the George Lucas impression was more so like a Kermit impression. It's like, oh, do it faster and more intense. Oh,
no, it was.
Yeah, but, George Lucas has a little bit more. It's kind of right here.
I was gonna say it's no comparison to your George.
It's not really like really up in the nose as much as a lot of people think it is, because you got to sit it right back here. But Logan, tell people about the story of this little bounty hunter game.
The story at the outset. Dooku, Tyrannus, is still a Sith in training under Darth Sidious. The seedy galactic underworld, meanwhile, is slipping into chaos under the influence of factions like the Bando Gora, a Force-worshipping death cult led by Kamari Vosa, a former disciple of Dooku's. Two tasks are laid out before Sidious's new apprentice. Eliminate the threat of the Bando Gora and find a suitable host for the Grand Army of the Republic, which, of course, the Sith intend to use for their own nefarious purposes.
So, yeah, this is kind of, like they said, a good prequel to Attack of the Clones, because this is setting up what is happening.
Yeah.
How did Django get entrenched into this whole cloning thing? And also, there's this other Force cult or something like that. So it's setting up Tyrannus's, which is Dooku's Sith name, his connection with Sidious, because we don't see that in the Phantom Menace. So this is like you're seeing him as his apprentice here in action, kind of working for him. And also you see Django Fett. You see Django Fett doing his thing.
Getting to see more of Dooku is always cool too. I feel like he was a big character, but he didn't always have a lot of screen time, even in the films that he was in. Yeah. So anytime you can get a little more of that, I thought
he's one of my favorite villains, and that's why I love Clone Wars so much, because he is so prominent in that. Darth Tyrannus put a bounty of 5 million Republic credits on the head of the Dark Jedi Kamari Vosa. Tyrannus's former pupil turned leader of the infamous crime syndicate Bando Gora, whom Sidious views as a threat to his future plans. Man, I struggled going through that, but you know what? We're all in this together.
It's true.
I'll get through this next one better. Meanwhile, Django Fett arrives on the Outland station to capture wanted gangster Miko Ginty. Despite losing his jetpack, that was something that I did actually find. Oh, there's the
gasp.
The Hansaker gasp.
The one gasp.
That was something I found interesting because he loses his jetpack and so does Mando in this one.
Right.
Despite losing his jetpack, he steals a new one and fights his way through Miko's henchmen, eventually capturing Miko and turning him in for a bounty on his head.
That's interesting because you said the thing that you remember about the game is the initial kind of teaser.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I remember most about the game before it came out was they showed that cutscene as a little bit of the teaser of him getting the jetpack. And I always assumed that was his original jetpack because you have the jetpack at the beginning of the game, and this big monster like swipes it off you, and it goes like and goes into the crowd or whatever.
Ooh,
and
geez.
then yeah, watch out! I mean, that's dangerous. Like if you're at that, the big monster fighting, like you got to know something could happen. Jetpacks could go a flying.
Yeah.
But then later on the same in the same area, he goes to this like vent, the guy who's selling it, and he's like, "Oh, how about you? Do you want this jetpack? Like it even matches your armor."
So somebody found it and started selling it.
Yeah, and then Django's obviously like, "I want it." And he's like, "How much?" And he's like, "How about your life?" And
how about your life?
Yeah, I thought that was sweet. It's like tiny.
Following this, Tyrannus contacts Django to inform him about the bounty on Bose's head, and he agrees to the hunt, despite his Toydarian friend Rosada's warnings about the Bando Gora. So Rosada, she was a cool character from the stuff I saw from her.
Yeah.
She also sounds like a knockoff brand of pizza bagels. You know what I mean? Rosada pizza bagels.
Rosada pizza bagels.
Now pizzas for breakfast.
Pizzas. Get them in 30 seconds or less.
Before I want you to read the next part about the game, but before that, Trevor is asking for me to say Han in George Lucas's voice. Han Solo. Han, all right, on Hoth here, you're going to pick up Luke's little laser sword, and you're going to cut open the Tan. George Lucas always says Star Wars things a little wrong.
Right.
It's always a little wrong, and then somebody else is like, it's Tan, whatever.
That's why I don't feel bad when I say things a little wrong.
Yeah, see? We're just pulling our best George Lucas.
It's always a good cover. Okay, here we go. During a prison break, Django meets a new friend and gets a new ship. Django infiltrates a prison in an attempt to break someone out, only to run into another bounty hunter, Zam Wessel.
Which we see in Attack of the Clones.
Yep, it's the bounty
Changeling.
hunter. Yeah, exactly, the one that's after Padme.
Changeling or Changelum or something, but it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Changeling is a Magic the Gathering thing.
Changeling. It could be. So Zam Wessel is also after the same prisoner. It's 2 gasps in one episode.
Whoa,
it's
no,
too
many.
The two form a reluctant alliance to escape from the prison and stage a riot. But Django's beloved, the Jester's legacy, his current ship, gets destroyed in the process, which belonged to his the guy who trained him, Jaster Mariel. Which is some cool little details in there. Because everyone rips on him in that game for his ship. Like even Raz is like, you got to get a new ship. That one's so old. And he does. In the same fashion, it's parked down there. They're having a conversation like about the ship. She's saying, yo, you got to get me out of here. Get me on your ship. And then
in the prison.
Yeah, in the prison. And then just lasers come down from the sky. It's destroyed. And then you do get to see a ship that's like Slave One. Obviously, it's not because Slave One is Slave One.
Yeah.
But they have like a couple ships there that they said were designed specifically for that prison. So Jango Fett goes up there, steals one of those ships, and blows up the rest.
So yeah, they find Zam Wessel, who is also after the same prisoner. The two form that reluctant alliance, and the ship gets destroyed. He, Wessel, and the prisoner resort to escaping aboard another ship, which Django dubs the Slave One, and destroys the prison's hangar to prevent being pursued.
Yep.
Django arrives on the Bogden's jungle moon, Kolma, the secret headquarters of Bando Gora, and makes his way to Vosa's citadel. Upon entering the citadel, he is captured and tortured by Vosa, but Wessel suddenly appears to rescue him and gets injured in the process. So we're seeing Zam being a really good friend to Django, which makes it even more tragic when he just straight up kills her. Spoiler alert. In Attack of the Clones.
Spoiler alert for Attack of the Clones. I think she might turn on him in some point of this game, like before this. I think there's a point.
Really?
I don't know. I could be.
So that Django kind of holds a little grudge.
Well, I think there's a point where like his whole torture, she kind of does some shady stuff and turns on him, and then this might be her like redeeming herself in the end of the game. I believe. See. I could be wrong.
Afterward, Django pursues and finally defeats Vosa, just as Darth Tyrannus arrives and chokes her to death. He proceeds to explain that the hunt for Vosa was a test to find someone worthy of becoming the template for an army of clones, which Django passed.
Of course he did.
Sith always have those tests that you don't know you're taking.
Yeah. Sometimes I think they're just lying.
Which is very much a Sith thing.
It's like, you know what? Yeah, this was a test. and you passed. Congrats.
Yeah, no, this totally was a test.
Yeah, super test. All planned out, definitely.
Right.
No, that's and I think, oh yeah, that's the $5 million or the 5 million credits reward on Vosa's head.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, and this is cool too, because throughout the game, Roz, I don't know, I think it's multiple times, she keeps telling Django, like, you have to live for something more. You know, you have to want something more, which leads him into the request for wanting to keep a clone for himself.
Right.
Which is cool.
Yeah, he takes the $5 million credit reward on Bose, million credit reward on Bose's head and agrees to be cloned on the condition that he gets to keep one clone for himself, unmodified. The game ends with Django carrying the wounded Wessel to the Slave One while telling her not to push her luck, or I'll shoot you in the neck with a
poison dart.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the game is really cool in that sense, and I like that people, if they are interested in hearing about it now, they can play it on the more modern systems. I don't know if it's on Xbox because I'm an Xbox person. I feel like it has to be on there
by now. There's got to be some. There's definitely a way at this point. There has to be with all the technology.
Well, I'm just saying, like, not to cheat it in, but in the sense of being able to just pick it up on Microsoft. You know what I mean?
Right.
It looks like you are able to get it.
I would believe that.
No, that's a bounty hunter upgrade pack.
Well, it came with that. That was a little bundle that they did in 2015. They tied it in there. It definitely holds its own. I mean, going back and knowing that this game is from 2002, it's entertaining. Like, there's a lot of games from 2002 I wouldn't go back and play.
No.
And when you go back, there's a lot of cool things. Like, what we're going to get into for our game is the side bounties. That is a very cool feature that you can switch over to your scanner and scan these little side bounties.
All right, which that seems like a good transition into the side bounty part of the game. All right, what's the name of this game again?
Fett's Clever Bounties, or Red Pepper Brownie.
Oh my gosh.
Total transparency. Not a lot rhymes with bounty. So brownie.
So what came first? Was it brownie, or did you think, you know what I should do is I should get brownies?
I thought, what rhymes with bounty, and couldn't come up with anything, and then came up with brownie, and then I was like, Fett's Clever Bounties, Red Pepper Brownie. Let's make Tyler eat some red pepper brownies, and hopefully he gets all these wrong.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're gonna have to,
I'm gonna turn my screen.
Okay.
And like, that's the thing, is I'm preparing for you to have to eat these, but I could totally have shot myself in the foot.
Yeah.
And have to eat these, which...
Well, I mean, I think the thing is...
I don't do hot.
You're about to find out why I've been so dominant in these Star Wars quizzes.
Yes.
And you have just set yourself up for failure in the most painful of ways.
It's a risk. It's like it's a large risk, but equally large reward. All right. So let's start it off.
Okay. How many questions?
We have about 12 questions.
12 questions. And then is it multiple choice?
Multiple choice. Like our quiz fashion, there's, you have about a 33.3% chance of getting this, because the fourth option is always like a joke.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Well, I would say I don't know if it's a joke, because jokes are usually meant to be funny, and these might not be, but they're not the real answers.
Right. Okay. And then like we said before, if I get the question correct, he has to take a bite of a brownie. If I get it wrong, I have to take a bite of one of these brownies. And you know what? For solidarity and to get things started, I'm going to take a bite of the brownie.
Okay. Just start it off.
Would you like to also take a bite of the brownie?
Yeah.
Here, go ahead, grab one of yours. All right.
I don't do hot well. This is going to be fun. Cheers to you.
Okay. So immediately it tastes like a brownie,
Yeah.
you know, like standard brownie, which is,
Oh,
and then
there it is.
the heat hits you like right on the top of your throat. Like, are you feeling it right back here?
I'm feeling it everywhere.
The brownie got back there somehow. I was going to say there, oh my gosh, it's working already.
I don't do hot well.
Perfect.
And these are better than the first ones. The first ones, I will say, like, those made me puke.
We'll talk about those in the post show.
Yes.
Whew.
Okay. Oh, man. Woo! Spicy already.
Oh, Werner. Sorry. One more request from Rick in Werner Herzog's voice. I would like to bite the brownie. I would like to take a bite of the brownie.
Oh, that's perfect.
Alrighty. Go ahead with the first one. Whew, it's hitting me.
Yep. That'll do that. All right. Number 1. Bianca Fibuna was a female Twi'lek wanted for escaping her domestic service to blank the Hutt. Is it A, Jabba? Is it B, Kappa? Is it C, Gorga? Or is it D, Georgia?
Georgia the Hutt.
Not to be confused with Georgia the Jungle.
What was, oh, you hiccuping?
I know, it's the spice.
Wow.
And the bad jokes.
Okay. What were the two middle ones?
Okay, we have Jabba, A. B is Kappa. C is Gorga. I won't
D
do.
is Georgia. I'm going to go with C, final answer.
C, final answer.
Yeah. Wrong?
Wrong.
Okay, what
The
was
correct
it?
answer is B, Kappa.
Okay.
Bianca Fibuna was wanted by Kappa the Hutt for escaping her lifelong domestic service obligations. Her bounty was 3,500 credits, but only if she was brought back alive. She did not have a dead bounty.
Okay.
How was that? Second one? Because it's going to compound.
It's compounding into itself.
Yeah, that'll do that.
Yep.
Okay. Number 2.
Yep.
Yuhan Swinol, a Bith out-of-work musician, was wanted on Coruscant for A. Losing a shipment of Gorga the Hutt's smuggled spice. B. Stealing drinks from the Outlander Club. C. Defaulting on a loan from the Hog Nerf Industries. Or D. Stealing the beat. They're only funny to me.
I'm laughing over here. I'm laughing through the pain.
Stealing the beat.
It's either funny, it's actually funny, or don't touch your eyes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you.
It's actually funny, or I'm just getting high on the pain.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one was what again?
You're right. I can actually feel it where I touched my eyes. That's crazy. You want A?
A, please, just say.
A, losing a shipment of Gorga the Hutt's smuggled spice. B, stealing drinks from the Outlander Club.
I'm going to go with C.
Defaulting on a loan from the Hog Nerf Industries.
Defaulting on a loan.
That is correct.
That is correct, yes. Eat that
This is
brownie.
mine?
I don't know which one was yours. This is mine for sure. Eat that brownie. Oh, you're crumbling off bits. You're trying to make it easy.
You want me to eat this whole thing?
No. Just take a bite. Just another bite. You madman.
Oh.
I have been only taking bites, dude.
Well, I know. It's not going to be good.
You crazy person.
Hopefully you don't get any more right.
Jeez, man.
It's so hot.
It's so hot.
Oh.
Next question, please.
And I'm the one who has to talk.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Whew. Oh, that's spicy, baby. Okay. Whew. Swallow.
You got this, man.
Blank Vargas was a female human. Shout out humans.
Humans, finally.
Wanted alive by the Republic Security Force for being an informant for many criminal organizations. Oh. Including a crime lord called Cram Balut the Dug. Probably mispronouncing that.
Sounds suspicious.
What is her first name? So is her name Jaquil Vargas? Is it Jastil Vargas? Is it Jafil Vargas? Or is it D, Shaquille O'Neal Vargas? This was
okay. So it is B Jarsteel?
Jasteel.
Yeah. Chad is saying you're going to be sweaty. I think you are already, aren't you?
Yeah, this jacket's going to have to come off in like 2 more brownies.
I'm actually going to go with Jasteel as the person.
Jasteel?
The real name.
It is
Shaquille O'Neal.
And I want you to know that was one set up. I had a feeling that you were going to get that.
All right, chat. Should I take a giant bite of this because he took a giant bite of his?
Don't do it, man.
Don't do it? You got your water over there?
I have water. I'm going to try coffee. Oh, I have no more coffee.
Yeah, see, everybody's saying do it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to eat half of it. If you saw his was a smaller one, so I'm going to eat half of this.
It's hot. Let the burn.
Oh. How did you do it?
Yeah.
How did you do so much of this?
Don't inhale it. Well,
I need to breathe.
When I was making them, I was building up a slow tolerance to them, just getting myself with a little bit.
You were injecting yourself with brownie.
There's a lot of cayenne pepper in here.
Oh, I can taste it, man. You don't have to tell me that.
Okay. So, we already established that it is Shaquille Vargas.
Yeah, first drink of water, by the way.
First drink of water. That's impressive. So, where was her last known location? Is it A, Alderaan? Is it B, spaceports along trade routes?
Space. I thought you were just going to say space.
Space. Is it C, the galactic core? Or is it D, spaceports along trade routes on Alderaan that lead to the galactic core? Not to be confused with all the above.
The problem is that one sounds kind of...
Actually
sounds pretty good.
I know.
What was D again?
D was the one I just read.
Oh, no, sorry. C.
Galactic core. The one before that was spaceports along trade routes.
And Alderaan. I don't see her going to Alderaan. Alderaan is kind of a nice place. Galactic core is it's very vague.
It's
you know what I mean? Are we
vague.
talking like the core, the fire and plasma, she's melting? That's where she is.
No, so she's fireproof. What I gathered from that is the galactic core is like a yeah. I said don't inhale. It's like a collection of planets, and it's like a.
Yeah, I get you.
All right.
I'm under my better judgments. I'm going to say A, Alderaan.
Oh no, that is wrong.
Oh, was it the core?
It's the core.
No,
it's the core. But I will say, Alderaan was her home planet, so you had.
Oh, I feel so much better.
You had a little bit of.
All right, so
we're onto something there.
So I'm eating the rest of that side of the brownie, even though Trevor wants me to eat a whole brownie. Do you see how big these things are? I'm eating. Oh my god,
they're spicy, and the more you eat, mine's still Bernie from the one.
It is a little Bernie.
Yeah,
a little Bernie Sanders.
A little Bernie. All right, number 5, Rosada.
Oh, I'm getting high on the heat. Is this the spice that...
On a spice dream?
Is this that spice that Bobo was talking about, spice dream?
That's what it is. We're going to have spice dreams tonight.
It's just going to be the Empire, apparently? This isn't a spice dream.
He's like, I always have spice dreams about the Empire. All right, so Rosada, or as Django calls her, Rose, has a bounty
that's so cute.
On a group of 3 connected underground criminals committing crimes against the outlet transit station.
That's what criminals do. They commit crimes.
They do. The main criminal of this group is Miko Ginty, which we talked about.
Yep.
Choose the following name not associated with Miko Ginty. So this Miko Ginty, he's got 2 dogs. He's got 2 dudes rolling with him.
Okay. There's dogs.
He's got 2 dogs. No, just choose the one name that's not his associates. So first, number A, letter A. Oof. We have Magro Slim. B, Eno Arba. C, Roma Mula. And D, Mickey Mouse. It's not. This is the one. It's not Mickey Mouse, obviously. This is assuming that Mickey Mouse was part of their group. He wasn't. So other than Mickey Mouse.
Thank you for all that pretense, man.
Taking Mickey Mouse away from it.
I'm really just focused on how my body's feeling right now.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel it's spreading to my chest and my shoulders at this point. Oh, now I'm getting sweaty.
See, it goes right to my stomach and it's instant sick.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
So I can give you the ones again if you want.
Give me the 3.
A, Magro Slim. B, Eno Arba.
Yeah.
C, Roma Mula. Which one is not one of his associates?
I'm gonna go with B.
I'm sorry. It was C.
Yeah.
Roma Mula. You chose Eno Arba.
Yeah, I know.
While you're preparing to take this, I just want to give a shout out here because one of the other guys that was his associate is Magro Slim.
Yeah.
And shout out to him because Magro Slim.
Shout out to you, Magro Slim.
Shout out to you, Magro Slim.
I hope you're watching this.
He was wanted by Roz with a bounty of 1,500 credits alive and 750 dead for destroying many of the outlet transit station's lower level bathrooms. And this speaks to my immaturity because when I read that, I thought, if you could put a bounty on someone for destroying bathrooms, then I've got a couple people at work to talk to. We don't work together.
This guy, hey, we work together.
I mean, like my day job, my day work.
Oh my gosh!
Looking at you, Greg.
Greg, spicy. I hope your poops aren't this spicy.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a bounty on you after this for destroying bathrooms.
Okay, well, get it going. Get it going.
Did you eat it?
I ate it, dude.
All right, well, eat another one. 6,
No.
Mart Ringgats was a male Ishi Tib who was wanted by the Republic Security Force for the theft of jewels belonging to Solistans visiting Dantooine. What is Mart Ringgats' home planet?
How many more questions do we have?
Like 6.
6 more questions?
Or we could do less if you're not.
I mean, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
All right. So, is it A? Oh, this is a good one. Tib Ren.
Yeah.
Tib Ren. Is it B? Tib Ren. Is it C? Tib Ron, or is it D? Hyundai Tiburon. That's all I want.
Hyundai Tiburon.
Hyundai Tiburon.
Okay.
Rolls. That's the only name I could do. It's the only word I could.
So what is it again? It's
Mart. This man.
Yeah.
Or what he was a male Ishi Tib. Ishi Tib.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a helpful.
Tib.
It's not helpful. Because they all start with Tib. Is it A? Tib Ren with an E.
This is his name, you're saying?
Is his home planet.
Oh, his whole planet. Okay.
Is it B? Tib Rin with an I.
Yep.
Is it C?
Oh.
Tib Ron with an O. Or is it Hyundai Tiburon?
I'm going to go with Tiburon. C.
Oh, you're going to eat the spicy brownie. It was Tib Rin.
Tib Rin. Oh, my God. Okay.
Don't worry. There's some easy ones coming up. Maybe.
Don't do that crap. I'm gonna physically attack you.
That's fine. All right, so 7. Reg Dunlap was a male human. Shout out humans!
Humans, we're coming for you, humans.
We're coming for you, humans. All of humans. Who worked... So, Reg Dunlap worked as a pod racing official during the waning years of the Republic Classic era.
The burps are rough.
Why was he a wanted man? Was it A, stealing valuable pod racing parts from the Hutt clan?
Okay.
Is it B, rigging races against the Hutt clan?
Okay.
Is it C, tampering with pod racers owned by the Hutt clan? D, he was innocent! A little delay.
Okay. So he was stealing pod racing parts from the Hutt clan.
And then B, he was rigging races against the Hutt clan.
Yeah.
C, he was tampering with pod racers owned by the Hutt clan.
Did you say how much his bounty was?
No.
No? Okay, I'm going to go with A. He was stealing parts from pod racers.
Oh, sorry.
No?
I am so sorry. I mean, I'm not, because this was the whole design of the game. But now that I'm seeing you eat
Was he rigging?
He was tampering with pod racers.
Okay.
Against the Hutt clan. So he was kind of doing some tampering.
You know what? I'm new mindset. Woo!
Yeah, get up. Get jazzed.
All right, new mindset. I'm good. I like spice. I'm in the zone. I'm enjoying myself now.
I think the next one should be a whole brownie.
No! I refute the whole brownie thing, no matter what chat says.
The whole chat. If we can get the whole chat saying eat the whole brownie.
If you guys donate some V coins to us,
so he can repair himself afterwards,
so I can buy some Tums. We never say that, by the way. On Get Vocal, you can donate money with V coin. We appreciate that. Also, patreon.com/Shatter Squadron. You can get on the tiny chair.
Quit buying time. Keep buying time. Burger Teep is the first secondary bounty that Django Fett encounters in the game. As a male Gran, I think that's how you pronounce it, Gran. How many eyes does Burger Teep have? I feel like I'll let you use a lifeline here. If someone in the chat, knows it.
What type of race are they?
He has a Gran, Gran.
Well, don't Google, people. Please don't Google. Okay, so it's a Gran, and how many eyes? I get to go to chat?
Yes.
Chat is saying that it is 3 eyes from Trevor and Rick. Before I say 3 as my final answer here, if it's not 3, you guys are banned from. But because of that, because the Chatter Squadron out there, this was for you. I say 3.
That is right.
Yes.
It was 3 or 4 or 1 or D. It's irrelevant because he only has eyes for you.
Oh, no, eat that brownie, boy.
Now I have to eat it.
Don't eat a lot of it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm sitting. Okay.
No, I'm not. It's too much.
Okay, yeah. Show how much that is. That's a good amount.
This is just a little skosh, a little spritz down the hatch.
Vodka down the hatch.
Oh.
Glug, glug, glug. This isn't vodka, by the way. This is water. It's because here's the thing. The first bite, it tastes like brownie, and then the spice kind of comes in.
Dude, and then you chew through like the
peppers. Seeds. But the thing is, after you've eaten one, it just hits with the spice every single time.
Oh.
I think thank you, chat, by the way. Thank you so much. Yes. I appreciate it.
You saved him. Also, you made me eat a brownie. Thank you, chat.
Okay.
Okay. 9. The only droid available as a secondary bounty in the game Star Wars Bounty Hunter is A. TC-14, B. TC-9D0, C. TC-326, or D. Stovey.
Stovey. Oh my gosh, we keep dropping so many hints to a possible video series we're doing. I'm going to go with Stovey. No.
You want me to do them again?
Yes, please.
A. TC-14, B. TC-9D0, C. TC-326.
I'm going to go with TC-9D0. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, it's correct.
Oh, 2 in a row.
Yes. Yes.
Should I try the old ones?
No. We're not. Those are.
No, I can't. I couldn't. I really couldn't. I would puke.
Don't even. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Another big bite from the Logster.
I can feel it in there as soon as I don't even have to chew it. I can just sense it in my mouth. Oh, that's bad.
I didn't know you were so such an opponent of spice.
I wish I could do it. I want to like spice, man. I just can't. My body's like, nah.
When I eat Chipotle, I get a little plastic bottle. They're called souffle cups of the Chipotle Tabasco, and I just smother my Chipotle in that. And as I eat, I tear up. I'm a masochist for it sometimes. The flavor of this is actually really good.
Yeah, it's actually not bad.
If the spice was tuned down a little bit, these would be some good party favors.
They'd be enjoyable.
Yeah. As they stand right now, these are like, you put these on the table at a Christmas party and you just watch chaos happen.
No, those are those ones.
These ones don't even smell spicy. Those ones would set people off. These would be like, oh, is that like oatmeal in it?
Yeah, it's you're right. You could pass with these ones a little more, but oh my goodness. After okay. Number 10. After choking and killing Kamari Vosa, Count Dooku takes her lightsabers and eventually gives them to who? A. Ahsoka Tano.
Asajj Ventress.
Yes. Why did I save all these easy ones right in a row? I did not think this through. I did not think this through.
I mean, this is actually making me laugh so hard. Did you take the bite?
No, I didn't. Not yet. I did not take the bite.
I did not.
I did not. Oh,
hi, Brownie.
Oh, I can see it. Oh, yeah. Oh,
this is making me laugh so hard, dude.
I'm sweating, man. I'm sweating.
There you go. You take the nerd jacket off. While Logan chews that, we do have a new comedy sketch on all of our socials, being Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Go check it out. Comment on it. If you comment on it anywhere, you will be entered to win this new art, which is Vader at Hoth. So go ahead, comment on those. Holy moly. And maybe you can win, and also tag a friend or something, spread the positivity. Here, let me get some tissues.
Whoo! And I can't touch my eyes. I made that mistake.
Okay, tissues have been gotten.
Oh.
For the audio listeners, I hope this is still entertaining to you.
To just hear me like struggle with spicy things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you hate yourself, Logan?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Irrelevant to the brownies. Number 11. The corporate alliance placed a bounty on a male Ugnauht's head for stealing a chemical process used in the production of death sticks.
Oh.
What is his nickname? So it's going to be blank, and then his name is Gramsy. So is it A, Razor Gramsy? Is it B, Rocket Gramsy? Is it C, Ratchet Gramsy? Or is it D, Wreck-It Gramsy?
Okay. All right. So we got Rocket, or what was the first one?
Razor,
Rocket, and Ratchet.
And Wreck-It.
Ratchet.
Gamsey.
See, I'm being drawn right now to Rocket.
Okay.
I'm trying to read.
You're not
going to
get a hint from
I'm trying
me.
to read.
Not
his
at this
face.
point. The stakes are too high. The stakes are too hot.
Ratchet. The first one again. Sorry.
Razor.
I'm gonna go with A, Razor.
Oof. No.
No.
It was Ratchet
Nope.
Gramsy.
Samwise Gamsey.
I can't even say it anymore in my mouth.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So wait, there's one more question.
One more
right?
question.
All right, chat. Everybody watching. I'm going to eat, for my loss on this, I'm going to eat half of this brownie. So then the other half is up for if I lose again. So here we go.
I think I'm gonna raise you one. A little bit. I have a bit of an oh man, there it is. I have a bit of an advantage because I know the question, but I'm gonna say it should just be a plate clear, and I'm down to do that. Like I'll do it.
I don't. Now you're putting me on the spot.
We were already on the spot.
Yeah, like Rick's saying in chat. Nice knowing you guys.
Yeah, death of 1,000 cuts.
I'm voting.
Death of 1,000 burns.
I'm voting against the plate clear.
All right.
Because I just ate half a brownie right now. And geez.
Well, hopefully you're going to be eating it. So
I said my piece. If you want to, if I get it right and you want to clear the plate, feel free.
Okay. Okay.
Also, you can't even really do that because of, I mean, you're in my pod for COVID. However, I don't want to eat what you have eaten. So
I'll eat it all, baby. All right. So we established that his name was Ratchet Gramsy. Now I'm wondering, who was his affiliate?
Who's his affiliate?
Is it A?
Clank?
Yes. Let me get him. Is it A, Anikrop Kissin? B, Lock Gimbal? C, Gabo Tai Chi? Or D, Gabo Karate? As long as I can get like one laugh. That's all I care.
You made me laugh at each
I know.
one.
That's what I mean, the one laugh. Either I laugh or you laugh. I mean, I'm always going to laugh.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Basically just a guessing game at this point.
So, okay, I'm going to get into your head here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, geez. All right, I'm stepping a little.
He's like, I'm getting right out.
I'm getting a little bit out of your head at this point. So we have C. What's the name of C again?
Gabo Tai Chi.
Okay, so getting into your head, the guy's name was Gabo Tai Chi, and then you put that as as one of the answers, and then you were thinking of a joke, and then it's Tai Chi, and you said, oh, the joke, it could be karate. So I'm going to go with Tai Chi.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I want you to know that because it is actually lock gimbal.
No!
I did that because when designing this game, you do think like that. And then you have to catch yourself because it's like, wait, I just gave away who it was by making the joke. So I did a little switcheroo and it worked.
Logan is the devil.
Yes, I am the devil. You heard it here first. Ha ha.
Oh my god.
Also, I'm the walrus.
Cuckoo. So, I don't know how many I've got right, how many I got wrong. I think the real loser here is both of us.
Yeah, we're both losers. And we knew that well
and no
before
winners.
this game.
No winners, really. The viewers are the winners.
Yeah, you guys win.
Okay, so I'm eating the rest of this brownie. Jeez.
I'll go with you. Here, I'll take this one with
look
you.
At, the spice is making me shake.
Here, we'll finish it. Partners. Partners. I'll do my best, Boba. All right. Oh. I'm losing less. I need to clink more.
Well, hold on. There's a hair.
I'll eat the hair. Maybe it'll clink,
and
to a good game.
Yeah.
Not really. Ha.
Clink and clack.
Oh, I need to just note down.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Chatter Squadron.
This has been Fett's Clever Bounty or Red Pepper Brownie. Oh.
Thank you to our Commodore level patrons, Commodore Marroquin, and Commodore Rayside. If you want to enter to win that art, comment on the videos that we released this week.
Logo! We have a new logo.
Oh, yeah.
Check it out, baby.
We have a new logo. It's really cool. We're working on merchandise for it soon. But yeah, tag a friend. Pass this video along. Vcoin, Patreon. Patreon.com/Chatter Squadron. I'll put the link for that in the chat. I nailed it. Stay around for the post show. Patrons will listen to it. Get Vocal people can watch it. We'll talk about the brownies that would have literally killed us if we did the same.
You can get the story on these babies.
Oh god, take it away. It smells so strong right now. But
even a bite would have killed.
Thank you guys so much. Can't wait to talk about next week's Mandalorian episode. And remember, thank you to Acme Archives Direct. Go get some art from them. We will see you guys next episode. Have a good week, and I hope you don't feel the pain that I'm feeling right now.
Oh no.
Goodbye, everybody.